Hi guys and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop for all crypto-related news. I am your host Martin and this is news episode 14. Coinbase and ClearBank, Bitcoin and no longer a safe haven, and Ripple and Coil. Now I'm not a financial advisor, this is all for entertainment and education purpose only. Please do your own research before you purchase or invest into any cryptocurrency or digital asset. If you're catching this stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any comments, please make sure you let us know on the comment section below. Now, if you want to keep up to the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, give us a like, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. If you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on our Discord. The link is in the description below. Now, on to the news. If you remember, a couple of days ago, we covered this news regarding Walmart cryptocurrency patent, which might be a false start apparently, or so states this article. As we discussed in that earlier episode, Walmart was trying to develop their own cryptocurrency, but why, you might ask, right? Well, we addressed some of that. It was speculation back then, however, apparently right now it's a bit more confirmed. If you remember, Walmart has been trying to get into the financial sector, and they have been trying to get a bank charter license for the better part of 2 decades. Now, the banking sector is a really jealous sector, right? They're probably not going to want any big players coming in. And if you take into account that a lot of the big banks have to use correspondent banks in other countries, then Walmart wouldn't need that, right? Walmart is in a lot of countries, and if they become their own bank, they already have a huge network of Walmart stores where people can do banking. So, yeah, if I was a big bank, I wouldn't want Walmart coming in. I mean, some banks have institutions or locations in other countries, but not all of them. And Walmart could become a big player if allowed to play in that field. Now, Walmart may also be interested in having crypto as a payment vehicle for clients, so that they don't need to pay with cards, right? Or maybe to use as a store of value and hold it there instead of having it on a traditional bank account. Now, this could help Walmart lower the amount of transactions that get processed through card payments. As we stated, paying with a card has a fee of 1.5 to 2.9%, depending on who's processing it, etc., right? So you might say, yeah, 1.5 to 2.9% is not a lot, but if you take into account millions of dollars that Walmart probably does in transactions every day, taking 1% of that or 1.5% of that to even almost 3% of that, it's a lot of money, right? So they might face the same scrutiny that Facebook did with the Libra project. So the project might never take off. What do you guys think? Let us know in the description. Now, on to the next news. There's a new set of global anti-laundering rules that are aimed at cryptocurrency exchanges. And these rules have been handed down by the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF. The rules call on the exchanges to share personal information about their users with each other. So they're talking about collaboration with data. Now, some crypto enthusiasts might be scared or might be thinking that the privacy that drew them into this market might evaporate with these rules, right? And it might in the exchanges, but still you have wallet-to-wallet transactions that can be done with tokens such as Zcash and others, right? Now, in the other hand, having or complying with these rules will likely make the industry more attractive to mainstream financial institutions and users, right? Why? Because there will be more transparency and there'll be more trust in the market. Now, in June, the Financial Action Task Force published the anticipated, technically non-binding guidance. It will be binding, and it basically is telling expectations for how its 37 member jurisdictions should regulate their respective virtual asset marketplace. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, something's hitting the mic. Yeah, there we go. Does it sound better now? Sorry, someone was sending me a private message. Is the sound better? Can I get a check? One second, guys. Also, lighting was off. So, I'm trying to see if... Yeah, sounds better now. Okay, excellent. Yeah, I had the little pop filter that's here. I had it touching the mic that's here. So, apparently that's the whole issue. Now, let me know if this continues. And if it's better now, we can certainly keep on going with the news. Illumination was off also. I just basically ignited the room again. So, good lighting. Well, as I was saying, this is basically a non-binding guidance detailing expectations of how the 37-member jurisdiction should regulate their virtual assets marketplaces. Now, what's going to happen is that whenever a exchange sends crypto to another exchange for a value of $1,000 and higher, or 1,000 euros and higher, the originating exchange must immediately and securely share the identifying information about the sender and the intended recipient with the beneficiary exchange. That information should also be made available to the appropriate authorities on request, meaning that if authorities want to know who's making these transactions, they will be able to ask, and exchanges must comply. Now, this is basically a crypto version of the U.S. Banking regulation, commonly called the travel rule, which imposes a similar requirement on traditional financial institutions. I believe that users want to maintain anonymity to a certain degree, and like I said, they might start transferring from one wallet to another, or using Zcash or other cryptos that maintain privacy, and just use the exchanges to put the money in, convert it, or put the money in and withdraw it. Right now, what we might see as a step up would be that exchanges could be required to ask the address that it's emitting the payment to the exchange to identify where that money originated from, right? So if I were to send someone money from a wallet to another wallet, and then you want to put money from that wallet onto the exchange, maybe the exchange would want to know how you got that money, right? So that's the news we have regarding regular main crypto. We're gonna go on to the total market cap, which yesterday was up. We're in the daily. Yeah, yesterday closed up at 263.69 billion, which is 2.39% up from the prior day. And total market cap right now is sitting at 264 billion, which is 0.43% up from yesterday's closing, which was 2 hours ago. Bitcoin dominance increasing. Basically, it's sitting at 70.03 right now, which is 0.25% up from yesterday's closing. Bitcoin dominance yesterday, it closed 0.39% up from an opening of 69.57 and closing at 69.86. So we're seeing 3 days increasing dominance, slowly but increasing. Now on to Bitcoin news. If you're a Dallas Maverick fan, we have good news for you. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks are supposed to start taking Bitcoin as a method of payment, right? And the team will allow the purchase of tickets and merchandise through their website. All this is going to be done through a partnership with the BitPay, which is a cryptocurrency payment processing firm. In a nutshell, they will accept Bitcoin, but they're not really going to receive Bitcoin, right? They're going to receive fiat. They're just facilitating it so that if you have Bitcoin, you can purchase it. In the end, they get fiat, and who gives the Bitcoin is BitPay. So, not really accepting it. I think Mark Cuban is not too much into cryptos, or so he stated. He called it digital gold, and he said that he didn't like gold. So Okay, we have our answer there. On other news, Bitcoin. Basically, they're saying it's no longer a safe haven, right? And one of the articles, I think it was this one, stated that it is like maybe Bitcoin is strong enough to swim in the pool right now, but not in the ocean. Maybe Bitcoin can really, maybe Bitcoin can rally with gold when it's about tariffs, but not when it's about global growth slowdown. Now, there's two articles that more or less touch on this issue, and this one showing Bitcoin as a chocolate coin, which I find it funny. Uh, Now, this is sort of like the point we made in the stream yesterday, right? We said yesterday that during the trade war, we saw a mixture of traditional and new age investors seeking to put their monies in stores of value. Hence, we saw gold go up and Bitcoin go up, or cryptos go up. Now, during recession, the traditional store of value has been gold. Therefore, we saw the price go up yesterday, and crypto just basically decreased. Now, you have to take into account that Bitcoin was not around during the last recession, 2008. Therefore, cryptos have never been tried as store of values during a recession, and gold has many trials under its belt, and that's why maybe people were flocking to gold yesterday when the news of potential recession or signs of recession were coming out. Hey, what's up? Thanks, Soka, for the sounds good. Hey, Emmanuel, what's up, brother? How's it going? On to other news, right? So, Plus Token was created in mid 2018, and it promised a high yield investment and returns at different percentages for its 4th-tier members, which basically is a Ponzi scheme. By early 2019, the project claimed to have over 1 million members, and the Chinese police has hunted down one core member from this scheme. That happened 2 months ago, and basically they let the people know that they scammed people for $3 billion. Now, despite the arrest, the cryptocurrency cannot be rolled back because the Bitcoin addresses they're using are multi-signature, meaning that you need more than one people to access or withdraw the funds. So people that hold the other key have not been caught yet, so police can't have access to the wallets. Now, Chinese traders have reported or have claimed that an unknown address has recently been dumping 100 bitcoins incessantly on Binance. So they believe might be people connected to the scheme. However, more information is still yet to follow, or as the story keeps on developing, we'll find out more. Now, on to the Bitcoin chart. Thanks, man. Love the cap. All right, yeah, excellent. Yeah, I love Ferrari, man. Um, yeah. So on to the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin dominant. Well, we already covered Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin, right? We're gonna go into the chart we always look at, and then we're gonna look at another one that I'm playing with. Bitcoin, as we said yesterday, right? We have to be on the lookout for a potential reaction rally. We are seeing prices increasing slightly on the daily. If we go into the 4 hour, we might see something better. Right now on the daily, we seem to be developing some sort of divergence, and we can see here, right? Wait, no, not here. Sorry. Yeah, no, not on the daily. We're not developing on the RSI. On the RSI, we're developing divergence. This is where I seen it earlier, right? So here, RSI was sitting at 49.43, and we are higher than back here, right? And here we were sitting at 42.25. So we seem to be developing maybe a little bit of divergence, right? Here said 42.10. So maybe we're developing a little bit of divergence, which could propel us up to higher prices. It's very slight though right now. We're gonna have to look at the 4 hours, and in the 4 hours we're not gonna see it. This is the 4 hours, right? We were on oversold territory, going back to hitting that 50 RSI, which would put us at neutral, recovering partly or mostly what we lost yesterday. Yesterday we opened the day here with this 7 at 7, right? So we had this downtrend basically. We're selling off, and now we're seeing this uptrend on the Bitcoin, right? What else? There was something about this chart, and I think it's in this other one that I wanted to show. Right, it's this one. So we see, I was gonna trace a support level, but I ended up tracing a support zone because there's so much shop that was happening, right? So here we can see that we found different supports at this blue rectangle, right? I just drew this channel to have it a little bit cleaner. It's basically the same that we were looking at here, the downsloping channels. However, here I wanted to have a clearer picture of what was going on. And if we consider this to be the high, right, and the low, right, so from here to here, or if you want from here, right. So let's call this a high and this is a low. We can see that we touched, right, that resistance zones we were talking about, rejecting it, higher prices, that reaction rally that we were talking about, and we have gone over the 0.236, which would make it a valid retracement. Now we're hitting the 0.382, putting us on target to hit the retrace zone from 382 to 618, which is where most retrace happens. Or we could continue the trend if we get some impulse or something else that developing on the chart. We're gonna go look at the 1 hour right now. We can see that we are momentum increasing. We are hitting on the 1 hour slightly high levels of RSI, so it's being bought but not overbought yet. Now we're gonna go, there's no news regarding Ethereum today, so we're just basically, there were price predictions and analysis, so we're just gonna move on to the Ethereum charts. Ethereum losing dominance today, sitting at 7.59. Yesterday on the daily, right, we saw a red day, so yesterday it also lost dominance, 1.51%. Still sitting below the 8. We need Ethereum to get above the 8% dominance and hopefully have better price action. Right now, price slightly negative on Ethereum on the daily. Again, day just started 2 days ago for this market. So on to the 4 hours, right? Let's see what's happening. We're still within this downtrend we traced the other day, and right now it's holding, so we could say we're in a downtrend, even though we broke down of this structure. So on to the 4 hours. Right, on the 4 hour. Negative momentum decreasing, slightly getting resetting the RSI oscillator, and we saw a sort of reaction rally, but not as strong as it was looking like in Bitcoin. If we look at the hour, we might be able to trace something a little bit better, and it's gonna be slight, but we could potentially say we are an uptrend, right? Still too small of a pattern. We are within the channel. We can bounce all the way up to this place, hit it, bounce down, or even start selling off again, depending on what the rest of the market does. Now on to Ripple. Ripple gave a grant of 1 billion XRP, which is approximately $263 million to Coil via their Xpring investment vehicle. Now the goal of the investment is to improve the business model of Coil and enable the creators to monetize their content, according to the press release they did. Now the other part of these will be to drive up XRP adoption. Now Stefan Thomas, the CEO and founder of Coil, said that the creators want more choice and control over monetization and distribution of their content. Now Ethan Beer, the senior vice president of Xpring, said that advertising and side-by-side subscription, basically they're ready for disruption, right? And that XRP is a perfect vehicle because one, it has low cost, and two, it has fast transaction. Right, now let's wait and see what Coil does with this grant, how much more they can grow the platform. I'm really interested on that project, and you know, at some point in time I might be joining it for certain things. I mean, it's a platform for creators or content creators, and I really want to check out what they do. Right, now onto the XRP chart. Dominance decreasing today. Right, decreasing but slightly, 0.56%, right? Yesterday it decreased as well, like 1.92. But let's move on to the price. And it depends on the chart that we look at it, the amount of where XRP would be sitting, right? In some of the charts it's at 0.8 negative 0.11, and some other charts at 0.09 positive. For the day, again, we were seeing a reaction rally yesterday, not as strong as we were expecting. However, Ripple, as we stated, was really acting weak, right? Look at this, right? Nothing. However, this was a very bullish movement. It basically negated the whole bear pull down that they were trying to do, right, with the price pumping it back up. Momentum slightly decreasing, still sitting oversold on the RSI. We need Ripple to develop a better pattern so we can start moving up. Now, if we go on the hourly, right, for Bitcoin or for Ripple, sorry, we're seeing a lot of this side movement consolidation, right? Except for this pattern or this red wick that came all the way down here. A lot of this small upsloping or slightly upsloping consolidation. On another chart, let's see if we can do something. This one's a little bit cleaner and not so cluttered. We might be able to do some sort of channel, maybe. Let's see. If we go here and ignore the long wicks on the bottom, and then we ignore also the wicks on the top to make this a little bit more reliable, we're going to see that we get some respect on the midline. However, it's a down sloping channel for Ripple right now. Not much we can do. We want to see this price. We're in the oversold, so there's a bigger chance that we might have positive price action, pulling the price higher. We still got to wait and see. Now on Litecoin, there were no news today on Litecoin that were worth the time. There were just a lot of price predictions and a lot of what do we call this? A lot of technical analysis from other people, and we're not going to go into it. However, we're going to look at dominance real quick. Dominance for Litecoin decreasing right now, as with all the other alts, right? At negative 0.74%. Yesterday was at negative 1.58%. On the price, Litecoin, negative. Right now sitting at 0.5, and out with all the other coins. We saw a small reaction rally having a positive impact yesterday, pulling the price up 0.58%. We are, well, this channel we had traced previously, where we ignored this week because we said it was a false breakout. We also saw a small false breakout to the bottom, and we are right now sitting at this resistance from the channel, right? We broke back into the channel, however, still downtrend, and we are sitting at that resistance. Momentum slightly decreasing. We are sitting within a more neutral zone in the RSI, lower, showing that it's still sold but not oversold, sitting at 32.71, sorry. And basically that's it right now. We're not gonna trace anything else. We are in a downtrend until further notice on Litecoin, and we have to wait for a larger pattern to develop so we can definitely call something down here. On to Binance. No relevant news today is regarding Binance as well, so we're just gonna jump straight into the chart. Most of the news regarding Binance are the dusting attack we covered last weekend, I think, and the news we covered yesterday with their addition to that new other platform or their new partnership, right? Binance dominance decreasing a little bit strong today, being at the negative 1.38. However, yesterday we had positive dominance. We increased 1.97. Binance right now it's negative, but not too negative, right? Yesterday Binance had a nice increase in price. It went up 4.41%. Right now price sitting at negative 0.82%, trading at 27.88. Let's look at the 4 hours because this one is really nice. See this? We almost recovered everything that this wick brought us down. Boom, this big wick having all the way up. However, right now we found maybe some bearish push here that brought the price down. Now we're gonna be bearish, but I mean, this is a 4 hour candle and the day still just started 2 hours ago. So we can see this price still move up. If Bitcoin also moves up, it will bring everything else up with it. Now we have one last bit of news before we sign off today. If you remember last day, right, or last couple of days, we covered some articles regarding Coinbase and how UK was delisting Zcash. And yesterday, we covered an article saying that Coinbase and Barclays were breaking up. Well, today we learned the reason why Coinbase UK is delisting Zcash. And to summarize it, basically, Barclays severed their relationship with Coinbase, and Coinbase is now banking with ClearBank, who reportedly demanded that the exchange delist Zcash. ClearBank was uncomfortable by indirectly supporting a currency which had features that made law enforcement job harder to do. By Zcash is a privacy token, so makes it harder to track the operations. Now that's a sacrifice that Coinbase had to do so they could have access to a bank that is connected to the UK's faster payments scheme, which allows for people to be able to withdraw the money from the exchange faster, turning the crypto into fiat and then being able to take it out of the exchange, right? Well, guys, that's all we have for today. Chat was a little bit more active today. I'm happy. If someone has any questions or any points or anything that they want to cover while we're on chat, I'll be glad to address the issues right now, or otherwise we'll basically end the stream. All right, so no other questions. Perfect. All right, so that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you believe in the content that we are producing, and if it's of interest to you and your colleagues or friends, please introduce them to this channel. We want to get this community going. Again, thanks for watching. That's all for tonight.